as part of a visit ahead of the December 2021 presidential elections. The Special Representative of the UN Secretary General for West Africa and the Sahel, Muhammed Ibn Chambers, speaks to GRTS on an engagement involving political parties, civil society organizations, and other stakeholders as regards the development and usage of a voluntary code of conduct.
This is a good practice that is emerging in Africa. We know that political parties have their own memorandum of understanding, and there are other codes of conduct for the media, for civil society. But the code of conduct we are talking about is specifically to bind candidates who would have been selected through the usual constitutional legal process by IEC as the candidates for the elections, the presidential elections. And we would engage all of them to engage in a campaign that will further ensure that the peace and stability of the Gambia remains after the election.
Also speaking on the matter at hand, the Minister of Communication, Ibrahim Silla, said the move is geared towards the conduction of a peacefully free and fair election.
We want to take this thing further, where we have a code of conduct for all political party presidential candidates or independent candidates that are taking part in the election. And the essence of this is that Gambians want to have a peaceful election. Gambians want to have a credible election. Gambians want to have an environment where they can go and participate in the electoral process before, during, and after in a manner that is peaceful. And this gathering was all meant for that, to enhance that process.
The Director of Media and Communication for the People's Progressive Party, Uthman A.N. Jeng, the spokesperson of Citizen Alliance, Nene Freda Gomez, and Bori L.S.B. Koli, the second deputy party leader of the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, equally portrayed the intervention as important and timely in the enhancement of credibly peaceful, free and fair elections.
It's a very good instrument, even though people may not understand, but peace is the ingredient of development. Without peace, nothing will happen or things will be slow. So these things is very good for all the political parties, particularly our presidential candidates. That will be known after the nomination. They are going to be signed by only presidential candidates. And they will also take charge of whatever is being agreed as the code of conduct for a president to avoid clashes here and there so that we have a peaceful election.
The code of conduct, to our own understanding, it's timely. It's going to help cleanse the politics of bigotry. It's going to help guide us as we deal with the electoral process. It's also going to help us cleanse the politics of insults, chastisement, and all irregularities that may come into play during this election.
Facilitators, including civil society contributor Usman Yabo and former Speaker of the National Assembly Elizabeth Rena, described the engagement as significant in maintaining the peace which the Gambia is known for.
I believe it's a very important aspect of any elections to ensure that there is peaceful election, and which will ensure that there is a fair election as well. And when you have such an election, then it is easy for everybody to accept. And peace is something which we need everywhere, even in our homes. And election or not, we need to have peace. And this country is known for its peace. So I think that what His Excellency Chambers and team have come to do is very important. And it is our role as Gambians to make sure we help us achieve this, because they would go away and it is us who would enjoy the peace. And whatever we are doing now is not just for us, it's for our children as well.
While the voluntary code of conduct can be instrumental in relation to its purpose, there was a unanimous call for the maintenance of peace during and after the much anticipated 2021 election cycle. For the news, this is Modou Bajan.